BAME farm fans. Isn't this a blast? Look at the hood. Yes. Oh. Well, hell. That's even better. What a joy. Maybe I should have been paying more attention to the mower than the camera. But, it is now raining on my parade. I kind of knew this might happen. We are mowing in the rain. We're not singing in the rain. But I've got things and stuff to do. And, well, really wishing I had a cab tractor about now. But we're just going to go with it. So hopefully it'll get soaked out here. Well, it's just a quick little thin line. It's a cold front coming through. I'd say 10-15 minutes we'll be back out there because I don't have a cab and I don't feel like getting more soaked than I am. And I'm glad the owner has a barn back here. Well, this is hay that I probably put in here 5+ years ago, and we see how much of it's still here unused. That sounds heavier. That's not good. Rain, go away. Get lost. Go to somebody who needs it. I sure don't want it. Well, that shower came out a little harder than I had hoped for, but it seems like it's slowing down the barn roof. That's delightful. And I guess the sky is less dark over there. That's where the weather is coming from. It's not ideal, but it's like a super heavy dew. We didn't beat it into the ground or nothing. You know, probably got a quick 1/10 of an inch, if that. It'll dry out in the sun very quickly. Because I got things and stuff that are not necessarily the most formally to do the next few days, annoyingly. Yay. And hopefully this will be dry when I get back. Well, I'm a little surprised for the time of year that for mowing in the rain on Tuesday that I'd be out here raking Thursday afternoon. What I mowed before it rained is a little bit green on bottom, but it'll have, an hour or two of sunshine, not to mention, I don't know how much the camera's picking up the breeze, but there is a bit of a breeze, so that airflow's helping. It's all helping. Oh, so that's delightful. That is delightful. Oh, hey, there's the rake back there. It's much less noisy behind us. See how fast I can get this raked. I'd love to rake bigger windrows, but it's most efficient to rake triples. So that way I only touch 2/3 of the hay. The more hay I touch, the longer it takes to rake. Oh, look at that. A beautiful field of windrows ready to be baled tomorrow. It's a little bit of area to cover here. This is probably my largest single field. Let's say single property. It's kind of in 3 sections, but they're all right next to each other and easy to get to. And I want to say there's like 17 or 18 acres back here. Because those trees, it keeps going beyond those trees. It just keeps going and going and going. Oh, and another note, you might be able to see how wiggly the windrows get. That's because the tree line over beside the barn there, you know, is a little weavy, but this field is square enough that it actually ended perfectly, and so one windrow is a little this and the next one is straight. And I didn't have to really skip over raking anything to make it straight. I was just raking with the windrows that were there. So that's an interesting fact. Oh, it's like this video is going to cover a little bit of everything. I'm out here with the square baler. You see we got a little bit on the wagon back there. And yeah, I'm doing this the hard way. The challenge of once kids are back in school, Adam got a job as a school teacher. Well, I don't have a driver, so I get to play both. Dad's at farmer's market. And a lot of folks are on vacation right now, even though it's September. So we're out here making some squares. I found some really good stuff that I'm not going to round bale, so might as well make some squares. the goal is to see how well I can get that pile going on the front of the wagon. And especially when you come to the end of the windrow, to not dump any off, and that's a real challenge. Like the question is that top bale sticking up? Oh, rats. Well, that's annoying. This is where it eats some energy and a little bit of time, because I'm about to lose this bale. Sometimes I get it sitting just right that I can make the turn and it won't fall off. I'll add that to the pile. I try to get at least a half a dozen or more back there. Oh well, we got a lot of dry time right now. It's the 15th of September, middle of September. Yeehaw. Almost done. Almost done. Getting there. September's hay month, though. That's when I feel like I do half the season's worth of hay is this month. And the challenge also is, once the wagon starts getting full, once the wagon starts getting full, there's just a little less deck space for it to fall on, but I have a stair step system going so I can get it stacked super tall. I don't like going 7 high right off the bat. Seems a little unstable. Well, still a lot of windrows out there, but we made 140 bales, 140 more squares than I had. Not quite a super full load. I would have liked to have had it overloaded a little bit more. We did okay. That's more squares are good squares. Oh well, feast your eyes on that. That's good looking, and I'm here to break the camera. Yeah, if only that rim was not orange, but look at that. Beautiful blue tractor. Got the 6610 out on the round baler because we're close to home and I figure I'd try it out in case things didn't cooperate. We got a hookup, but and this hookup we use for the we haven't met that machine yet. Well, this electric hookup is for a different machine, but I made it work. Yay, duct tape, the farmer's friend. Holding the switch for the net, and we hit the switch. It works. I had to put a bigger fuse in it. We wired it up with a 5 amp fuse. By we, I mean not me. I had some help. Blew that fuse pretty quick, put a 25 amp in, and since it's momentary and not like constant run like lights, I figure we'll be okay. Minor detail. So, it's time to roll. Yeehaw. Driving the 6610, and it's a slightly different experience with the round baler. I sit a little lower so I can see the pickup. Like in the 1086 I sit higher and I can see in the top of the baler almost to see if the bale is forming. So now I just look to see if we're sucking the hay in at the bottom. And for some reason, it starts the bale so much better if I raked the hay yesterday. Like if I had raked it today, I'd have trouble starting the bale. It's like the bottom of the hay on the ground. I guess we'll say is a little tough, but it's not so super dry. Oh, we need to make a bale. So I like to slow it down. It just gives me more reaction time on the net. Push it, push it, push it. And make sure we get a little bit of hay to help it not be eaten by the pickup tines. Sometimes it'll catch the little tails of net. Usually it rips free and it's fine, but I gotta spend some time cutting it loose. Uh-oh. Looks like we've gone around twice. Down is cut. Oh, voila. And let's dump the bale. Of course, I do have to run the engine back up, get some more speed. If only for hydraulic pressure, so we can dump the bale. I guess this tractor doesn't have quite the pump that the 1086 does. That's because it has a 5,000 rear end, which is not factory for a 6610. It's a bit of a Frankenstein tractor, unfortunately. And we got to pull forward to get away from the bale. The tailgate doesn't open fast enough to dump the bale out with distance. It just kind of kerplunks instead of like springs away. Okay, we've got the latch locked, and we're gonna look way down low. All of a sudden you'll see the hay flow. Like it's not started yet. We might have sucked too much in. I restocked on shear bolts yesterday because I'm good at breaking those. Just try to keep stuffing more hay in it, because somehow that'll all push in and get a bale to start. But it's usually not a good sign when you see it kicking back out like that. Like it's trying to push it in, but it keeps plunking back out. Come on, suck it in. Oh, there we go. All of a sudden you just saw it starts flowing. Got that big pile, pulls it right in. Voila, we are ready to roll. Dump the clutch, give it some juice. Let's make a bale. Squeeze. Yeah, once it's going, you can just stuff it in there. That's a product of not having the wind guard on the front. I laid on it dealing with the net wrap one day and broke it and haven't fixed it yet. So I'm in 4th gear, low range. This thing has like 6 speeds of slow before you get into some of the road gears. I got plenty of power. That's going well. The wide wheel set's great for straddling windrows. These windows aren't so super fat. I don't think we're dragging the bottom of the tractor. But if we remember from previous 6610 videos, the drawbar is higher, so I won't be catching it with the drawbar so much, which is nice. Well, away we roll. That's one bale, and there's going to be 40 more just like it. Well, this is what I get for trying to do something new and have fun on a video. I just dumped that last bale. I put fuel in it. We got plenty of fuel. And, you know, running mid-range RPM. Tractor just died. So that's a blast. I should have just brought the 1086 and, you know, had another boring run-of-the-mill hay baling session. Oh, so let's see what the problem is, or take some guesses. There's a little bit of fuel leaking there, but why is it leaking and where does that go? Well, that comes from the tank, and that's a little loose, but still, gravity, that's not loose, so, but it did just drip there. Okay. But I wouldn't imagine that would be a spot for air. Oh, I may have to go home and get the 10, drag this out of the way and get on with the day. Hopefully, it's not that that's plugged, because that'll be a real joy to get to. I had that happen to the 2810 ones. Let's see. we do have a priming pump. I can sit there and check that. Pop the bleeder screw up here. Good old round everything off wrench. Well, that is the bleeder. Come on. Well, that air wasn't getting in there, that's for sure. Huh. You'd think gravity's on our side. But it's got to go through the little pump down here, and we've put a new thing in that. Well, I'll let you know when I get fuel somewhere for something. We're not out of fuel. Something tells me that's a sufficient supply of fuel. I don't have to take this off. Oh, well, shoot. I'm gonna need 2 hands. Holy cow! But that's good flow. It's not plug. Oh, well, that was a lovely diesel fuel bath. But let's take a look-see at this. I would expect a bit more flow than that, because I took it off here, and it's not quite as quick as that, but it does make it through the pump. And you would think when I pump, we'd get a surge, and the flow of diesel does not change. So that's a blast. We'll seal that back up so we're not leaking fuel all night. I knew I was going to be short on daylight coming out here, but trying to cram too much stuff in a day and do more than farming and pretend like I have a social life and a girlfriend or whatever, that's a challenge. Well, we'll figure out a way to remedy this. Okay, it's time to undo all my hard work of duct taping the wiring in place. We've deduced that it is the lift pump on the side of the injection pump. I wasn't getting any action. It's got a little primer lever. I was getting no action out of it. It wasn't causing the fuel to move any faster when I was flicking it. So, and also I looked it up last night. Aftermarket, those lift pumps are like $25. I don't want to say they're cheap, but given the price, they don't sell a rebuild kit. So maybe they're cheaply manufactured, who knows what. They're just a diaphragm pump, and most likely the diaphragm went bad. Oh, I love these connectors. Just pop the ring and kerplunk. Out goes the hose, and we get some oil to keep the tractor from rusting. No, I do like the kerplunk feature, but you know, I guess they're all gonna leak, which is fine. I just need to go grab the blocks to jack this up. Yep, and I think we've replaced this once already because it's not caked in many layers of paint like everything else on this tractor. So I guess it's a fairly common problem and fairly cheap, and I probably should have one on hand because the TW has the same brand of pump on it. And I don't want it to, don't want it to die. Don't know why the pump went bad, but if it's 20 bucks, I should get 2 of them. And we're gonna pull the tractor out of the way. And I probably won't get any video once we get round baling with a 10 because I made plenty of videos of that. Just back to our standard, normal, boring round baling as it has been for the past couple years with this setup. I guess I should move this hay out of the way. Might not be good to try to jack through it. And this video took a wild turn because I didn't plan on doing this. The whole point was to be round baling with the 6610, just to show something different. And that I, could do it with this tractor. Now, when it's hot and 90 degrees and not sitting in the shade, might not be as fun. It wasn't too bad last night. I wasn't having too much dust blowing forward. Okay. Jack is down, pin is out. Okay, well, it's plenty high. This has a lot more drawbar height than the 10 does. Time for a chain. I have this in the front because I was helping the neighbor with a tree yesterday morning. Okay. Well, wrap under the bottom. Wonder where everybody else hooks. I always hook to the drawbar hanger. Seems sturdy enough. Oh, I probably should see if I can give the wheel a crank or two to go that way, because I've bailed that and have room over there. I don't have time to get a pump. Oh, Armstrong steering. Hopefully this isn't too hard on the poor hydraulic portion, because we don't have the mechanical anymore. We changed it to pure hydraulic. Well, that'll probably straighten out as I creep forward. Okay, guess we'll go nice and slow. Well, here we go, creeping away. Well, round baler's not coming with us, so that's good. And we're staying turned enough. Maybe I turned it too much. Oh well, we're getting out of the way. Huh, I did not, well, close enough. Okay, well, that's out of the way. And we got enough slack. Now, at least we haven't needed this too much because of mud this year. Too close. Well, this field's extra flat. It must have been sitting on a molehill or something. Probably more of a crawdad mound, because that's how flat and wet this can be. But we gotta put it down. Let's see how much drawbar height difference there is between the 66 and the 10. Of course, I probably put it down too far. Nope, just right. One more hair. Won't roll away on the flats now. Touchdown. Connect everything up, we're ready to roll. Got that. Metal ring is the lift hose. Flip the levers, that's ready to go. And now the joy of the electrical. Gotta duct tape it to the handle, and I gotta plug it in. So if only it'll stay. Well, thanks to the Farmer's Fix-It friend. Switch is in place, that works. And we're supported back on the handle with the big set of wires. Well, it runs. Let's go make some bales.